People always want to know circumstantially, what should I be looking out for to let me know whether I should continue on and keep trying to fight to fix and save my relationship, or, calling it quits, drawing that line and walking away. So I'm going to give you a few key red flags you need to look out for in your relationship that may suggest it's time to call it quits and walk away. First, if you have a partner that, instead of trying to earn it and build it with you, tries to force trust out of you, right? Force you to feel reassured by them, or force certain experiences on you, right? They kind of control the dynamic. This is a huge red flag, because what this is telling you is you have a partner that doesn't understand the importance of true and genuine connection, actually building a bond with someone else, to where it requires both parties' thoughts and feelings to be considered, right? You have to actually find a place of common ground that you both agree on. They're showing you they don't have the tools or the ability, or not at the space of growth to be able to build that with you. They don't have the empathy levels required to be truly understanding to your side of the equation and try to work with you. They only know how to get the side of the equation that they want for themselves, or they see that they don't know how to necessarily bond and connect the way you need. So therefore, they try to convince you and almost force you to trust them because they don't know how to do it organically. Second is if you never feel significant in your relationship. You don't feel like you matter. They may tell you that you do. They may say they love you and all these different things, but you don't feel like you're important and special to them. And in addition to that, if you don't feel loved by them. Now, this is all obviously if you've articulated and communicated effectively to them what you need to feel loved and what allows you to feel like you matter, right? Feel like you're special or unique to them. If you've done your part, then now if you're not feeling that experience consistently, this is a huge flag, because it's saying either they don't have the care or the concern to consider your thoughts and your feelings to the degree that they try to offer what you require to feel loved, or they actually feel moved enough by your value in their life to show you how special you are to them through their actions in whatever way that is for you, that works for you, or they're screaming they're not in a space of growth to where they can offer that, right? To where it's going to be a one-sided relationship dynamic, and you'll feel like you're being starved of really crucial elements that you need to feel like you're happy with a partner that values you the way you value them in return. And the longer you go in a relationship dynamic that's like that, it's the longer you set to build resentment under the core for you, to where you wind up feeling a way towards your partner down the road. You start questioning things, start questioning your own value at some point. Spaces that you should never get into mentally or emotionally, right? Remember, mental and emotional well-being. Third, a partner you recognize you cannot grow with. One of our core human needs is growth. You're not growing, you're dying. You know how the cliche goes, and it's accurate. Nothing stays stagnant. We're either progressing or we're regressing, right? So one of the biggest roles for your partner in your life, just like it should be you to them, is they should be a contribution to your growth. Someone coming into your life should only accelerate your growth. They shouldn't slow it down, hinder it, or bring it to a complete pause, right? So if you're recognizing that with this person in your life, no matter how great they may be, how fun or nice or loving and all this stuff, that you actually can't grow with this individual and they're more so slowing you down, then now you might have to start reevaluating whether the relationship makes sense. They could be a great acquaintance or friend to you maybe, but life partner, the fact that they can't actually be there to contribute to you in that way to help you evolve is a huge flag that they might not be the one that's meant to go to the finish line with you. Now, the fourth big flag I'm going to throw out here that should be obvious, or I hope is obvious to most of you guys, but sometimes you need to hear it from someone else for the confirmation, right? Is when you're in a relationship dynamic to where you feel like you're hidden, where your partner has not made the attempts and the efforts to introduce you into key parts of their life. Family, friends, maybe being even around certain social groups that are tied to their career, right? To where it seems like you are a secret in certain areas that you know are important to them. This is a humongous flag, because this is screaming inauthenticity and lack of being genuine, right? Why? Because their actions on a one word or one way or another saying that they don't feel fully accepting of you. And they're more invested into what you do for them, right? The benefit they get out of you in certain regards versus you, the person. So they're more so loving what you can provide and not loving you, the individual. To truly love someone is to accept and embrace all of them. Doesn't mean you have to be complacent and satisfied with their flaws. Maybe you always want to help contribute to them working through their flaws and improving themselves as a person, but you have to be able to at least accept all of who they are already and be proud of that, right? To want to pour into that person if you say you love them. And if you're not proud of them, the person that they are, then why are you with them in the first place, right? If they don't line up with what you would be proud to call your partner, right? If they're not that individual, then hey, you shouldn't be there. But if you are, you have to love them fully, which means embracing them fully while assisting them working on areas they need to work on to develop to be a better person for themselves and for you as a partner. So if you're in a situation where you feel like you're in the shadows with things with your partner and they keep you out of certain parts of their lives, or you've been trying to meet those real special family members for years now or months or what have you, and somehow things keep coming up or your partner's not seeming to make the effort to actually bridge that gap, this is a huge flag. Now, like I say with anything else, just because you're noticing these flags doesn't mean to throw the person away immediately like that. You always address things with a conversation first, because you never can speak for what internal obstacle, battle, or struggle of a journey your partner's on, to where they may have come to some conclusion in their own minds, concocted by themselves, that they can't come to you and tell you the truth, and they feel this is the best solution to operate around you in these ways or do the things that they're doing to get certain results that they feel is the only way to get them accomplished. But after you've gone and you've addressed the issue directly to them, speaking from a vulnerable space of what your concern is, why it's a concern for you, but then using suggestive positivity to say, hey, but they don't want you to feel the way you're feeling right now. That probably isn't their goal. They might not be aware of it. And then empowering questions. Ask them, how can you help me understand this, right? How can we fix this? What can we do? Why is it this way, right? To make them a constructive teammate towards these issues versus turning them into the bad guy or the enemy. You do that first. And if they're not willing to work with you after that, in that regard, right, or come to a tangible plan or solution you guys can enact together, then now you need to start thinking about packing your bags and getting out of that situation. Now, there can be a lot more red flags that lets you know it's time to walk away from a relationship. But these are some artery areas I wanted to cover for you guys that gives you that really light bulb moment of, okay, I might need to start rethinking this path and this journey with this person in my life. If you need help truly getting clarity on whether you need to stay or walk away from your relationship, either email or DM me coaching, and we will get to work if you're ready to put the work in. Let's get it.